Last week it was terrible. I watched the video. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Last time, I had bad rhythm. I was going too fast, stuff like that, and I finished right when it started getting good, I suppose, is what I've been told. So I told my wife this, and she's just like, "So you had sex with him? Is that what's going on?" I was just like, okay. Yeah. But I'm trying to be a better person here. I'm trying to do different charities and things like that. So I had this idea. I was going to start up this sort of like youth group for the future. And I'll, pinpoint, potential candidates and things like that. Hey, do you want to be part of our youth group for leadership and everything? And everyone said no. It's weird. Youth group was called Future Sex Offenders of Canada. And then nobody wanted to join for some reason. I don't know. I had that going better in my head. Anyways, but there's other things you can do for charity. You can do charity runs. I was organizing a charity run at 5K for erectile dysfunction. It was called Running Hard. There's a lot of chafing and things like that. The next year I was trying to do one that was similar but for women. But logistically I couldn't find a slip and slide that big, so I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So, okay, actually, I'll ask you guys. Anyone here concerned about AI?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I am.
I'm not. So, anyways, yeah. So I'll tell you why. Because I figure I grew up fairly normal, but it's like if you have an AI person, I have kids, I'm raising them. I was just thinking, if they're raised on the information of the internet, if I raised my kids on 30% hardcore porn, what kind of person would that end up being? You know what I mean? I think the Terminator franchise would be completely different. It's like that Arnold comes out of his time machine thing, he just looks at that biker, in Terminator 2, and it's just like, show me your feet. And then he just goes into the basement and just whacks off or something like that. Anyways. But as you may or may not be able to tell, but I'm Asian, and I got to tell you, I actually really enjoy racism. It's brought nothing but joy and happiness into my life, because there's not a lot of minorities here, but you guys won't understand the joy that I get from sitting next to a white person that I barely know and just be like, hey, there's a lot of brown people here, don't you think? And just seeing them short circuit in their head, it warms my heart, is what it does. It's it's funny because what a lot of people say is I don't see race, I don't see color, and I'm just like, really? That's like R. Kelly saying he didn't know she was 14. It's like, bitch, you knew, you just didn't say it. Right? But at the end of the day, racism is stupid anyways, right? Because black people are black because they have more melanin in their skin, because, Africa, more protection from the sun. But as an Asian guy, I kind of have to think, what is the evolutionary advantage of squinty eyes and a small dick? I'm not sure how that works out. Am I to believe that there's thousands of generations of Asian women that are like, hey, you know what really does it for me? A hairless guy whose eyes close when he smiles. That's what. But anyways, I have no ending for this, so I'm just gonna go. All right, thanks guys.